The Michael Berry Show.
If you've ever met Commissioner Tom Ramsey, I knew him. I've known him for 25 years, back when he was a professional engineer, providing engineering services as a third-party expert for the city of Houston. And he was extraordinarily well respected there. He was a prominent member of Second Baptist. He was a guy that everybody liked and respected, and I didn't know his politics per se. I just respected him as a person and in his position on engineering and city issues. But if you ever met Tom Ramsey, he's a very literal person. He's not a play and grab ass kind of guy, and Ramon is. So Commissioner Ramsey calls in at 10:30 as planned, and he says, "This is Commissioner Tom Ramsey," or I might have just said, "This is Tom Ramsey." And Ramon said, "Commissioner, you won't believe what happened at County Commissioner's Court yesterday." And I think Tom Ramsey was thinking, well, okay. He had no idea how to take that. Am I right, Commissioner?
Well, when you are in the middle of it and you've been in the zoo and you see all the animals, and then Ramon asks you, "Hey, did you see this or that at the zoo yesterday?" It's really hard to understand how to take that.
Yeah, no, there's no context. I got that. So let's step back for a moment. You know that Lena is, no, all joking aside, she is unstable and it's a problem. We start with that premise. And we've seen some pretty wacky stuff. But yesterday, what happened, could you walk me through what you're thinking? Because this might have been the craziest she has behaved.
Yeah, and it's really a sad commentary on her. She's very passionate about a particular program, early childhood program, which the county has no business doing, but we're doing it. And she's made it her number one mission in life to fund this program. We said when this program started, early childhood program, with ARPA money 4 years ago, that at some point we were going to have to end it because it's only going to run as long as we have ARPA money. The money runs out next year, and so she wanted to have a vote, ask the court to vote to establish a penny tax, which is $60 million a year for a $30 million program. That's pretty consistent with her, the math part. And then she makes it like everybody is going to come to court, we're going to vote. To get people to support whatever initiative, you don't insult them, you don't make fun of them. And for over an hour before we ever got to the point of trying to vote, she insulted everybody in the room, from Adrian Garcia to Commissioner Briones. She has such a poor relationship with her Democrat colleagues. The only one that occasionally, I think, frankly, feels sorry for her and votes with her is Commissioner Ellis. But she has so ostracized herself from the other two, Garcia and Briones, that it's to a point it's embarrassing. So she could probably get 3 votes, but she doesn't know how to do that.
I'll say it so you won't have to. I don't believe Rodney Ellis feels sorry for her, or that's the reason he votes for her. He owns her, and he runs the county through her. She is the puppet he uses, much as Klain and company did with Joe Biden. And now he's worried whether he'll be able to control her replacement because there's so much egg on his face for what all she has done in public. It's embarrassing, and it has splashed on him.
Yeah, it's become a problem for the county that she goes through what she did yesterday, and both Commissioner Briones and Commissioner Garcia are on the ballot next year. I would think the one thing they don't want to be is on the ballot with her because of her incredibly poor leadership and how she has created issues when sometimes there aren't any issues. So that's why I think we need to look at her tenure, look at what's being done, because right now it's a problem in serving Harris County by the fact that she is responsible for just the simple act of leading a meeting and running a meeting. And Michael, she didn't know how to do that.
Well, she didn't know how to do it when she started, and I think her
She
instability
still doesn't.
has
That's
gotten
right.
the better of her. It is. Uh, it really is. All kidding aside, it's not good for her. A person like her who has had a lifetime, by her own admission, of institutionalization should not be in a high stress position like this. It is unhealthy and it's dangerous. And a lot of people around her know that and could have prevented this. I think she will be much better off when she's out of office, because it will bring her less. The woman is ill. I mean, look, I can disagree with Rodney Ellis. He's not ill. He's smart as a whip. I mean, he's controlling everything. I think he's crooked. I think he's a bad person. I think he's all these other things. But with her, I genuinely believe she is mentally ill.
Well, when we have to try to go through a court meeting under her leadership, just the going through, there was 540 items on the agenda. We pull roughly 10% of them for discussion. And normally that's a pretty transparent, easy process you get through. You get input from the public. But it makes it so difficult to even function. So we need to look at, just out of respect for who we are responsible for. We did vote yesterday. That's one of the last things we did was the vote to censor her based on her decorum. She was dropping F-bombs in front of little children 3 meetings ago. So we can't have that. That's just not what leaders should do. And people that tell me, oh, well, she just been, no, you can't do that. That is inappropriate behavior. What she did yesterday was not appropriate. Commissioner Garcia even apologized to whoever was left at the court for her behavior. So when we're having my colleagues, my Democrat colleagues, apologizing for her behavior, we can do better.
Can you hold just a moment?
Sure.
Commissioner Tom Ramsey is our guest of the Harris County Commissioners Court. More coming up.
Equity is a factor. Equity is the factor.
The Michael Berry
Tom
Show.
Ramsey. I'm curious, Commissioner Tom Ramsey, when Lena left yesterday, did y'all realize she wasn't coming back?
Well, there's always a bit of unknown. It's kind of like coming on to Michael Berry, and you think you're going to talk about the county, you end up talking about feet. But somehow the foot story really ties into.
I figured it would.
I think that was a good tie. So, no, we not sure every time when she leaves if she's going to come back. So there's an unknown. At some point she left and she did not come back.
So what did y'all do?
Well, we do very well, thank you. I mean, we function really well. We get through the agenda. We actually talk about things. I get to vote no on a lot of stuff that's put out there. So it does actually run a lot better because we're not distracted by unusual rants or talking about things that don't have anything to do with the topic. She hardly ever prepares for a meeting, and we're sitting there fully prepared. I will give my colleagues full credit. They come to court. They're prepared. We have good, short, effective conversations. We agree, disagree, we vote, and move on. But it's just very unpredictable what she might do or might say, and that's the sad part about it. That's the embarrassing part of it. She had children in there yesterday at Commissioners Court doing these antics, and it's just really a shame that's what we have to experience, not just as commissioners, but it's embarrassing. The third largest county in America has that type of leadership.
Well, you're the last holdout Republican commissioner. They gerrymandered Cactus Jack Cagle, your buddy and mine, out of his seat. We've got elections coming up next year. Let's hope we can bring a change. But you keep doing the good work you're doing. It reminds me of Ted Cruz when he first got to the Senate in January of 2013. Sometimes it was 99-1, but his vote was the one vote that was the logical one. We appreciate your true public service, Tom Ramsey.